Hi, my name is Jenny Lauren Dowden for Conduit News, and today we are joined with North Little Rock attorney Brian Vandiver. He is here to talk about the recent vaccine mandates and how that is affecting employees all across the state. Hi, Brian. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Well, listen, most recently, you filed a lawsuit on behalf of several employees at a hospital in Conway. Tell us about that.
We did file a lawsuit on behalf of several employees, primarily under the Arkansas Civil Rights Act. It's similar to federal law like Title VII and the ADA, but it's an Arkansas statute that protects employees who request accommodations for religious or disability reasons. And our lawsuit is focused on the religious exemptions and employees who were either denied those exemptions or were granted those exemptions and have been subsequently retaliated against or harassed or stigmatized in the workplace.
Well, I think many of us who are on social media or are following the mandates that are happening here with big corporations and hospitals are familiar with one of those exemptions that happened at that hospital. It was floating around social media regarding religious exemptions. Talk to us about that and what it was like whenever that was released.
So, when I've received these calls from employees, Conway Regional has been, in my opinion, one of the leading employers who's pushed the envelope on what's allowed and what shouldn't be allowed. And we've received reports of, preferred parking in the parking lot, employees who are granted the exemptions but not being given the bonuses like vaccinated employees. Fortunately, some of those practices have changed, and we feel that our lawsuit has helped that change. But we're going to continue forward, and this is not the first lawsuit. We're going to explore other lawsuits as well against big business in Arkansas that are not following the Arkansas Civil Rights Act.
Was it hard for these employees to come forward?
I think it was. Anytime especially if you're still working there, you have to take a stand. And several of these employees were brave enough to do it, and I applaud them for doing that.
Talk to us about at will. A lot of people who support these vaccine mandates, they say, well, Arkansas is an at will state. Talk to us about how that kind of contradicts, or how that contradicts maybe religious freedom and personal liberties.
Sure. So Arkansas is an at-will state like many other states, and that simply means that the employer and the employee have a relationship that either can terminate at any time for really any reason. But there are exceptions to that rule, like most other rules. And one of the main exceptions is the public policy exception. And so when you have illegal reasons like religious liberty or disability accommodations as a reason for not taking the vaccine, that runs afoul of the at-will doctrine. And so those religious liberties, those disability accommodations need to be protected. And Arkansas, in its own constitution, unlike the federal constitution, our constitution is even stronger. And our constitution clearly says that we have a right of conscience to worship and exercise our religious liberty in our state. And so the Arkansas Civil Rights Act protects that and provides that employers have to provide a religious accommodation if possible.
So this was filed. Where is this lawsuit now, and what are the next steps?
The lawsuit was filed in Faulkner County. It has been assigned to a judge in Faulkner County. The hospital is not answered yet, but I look forward to working with their counsel and continuing the litigation, hopefully to a successful resolution.
Well, we hope so too. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you.